Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you're lucky enough to be doing it to. I'm Bushka, and today is a close quarters frenzy. We're going to be running around at the end of the game in some really crazy situations. We're going to start out with the long bombs, move onwards and upwards, and eventually it's going to be a very, very tight one just outside of Pubg in a, well, I mean, it's a zone that no one wants to be in. Fields outside of Pubg are not a whole lot of fun for anybody. And there's going to be some really, really nasty up close and personal stuff going on. Stick around for that. You're going to enjoy that a lot. There's a lot of videos coming down the pike too. So don't forget, there's plenty of content dropping here on an almost daily basis. You might have noticed that no one's died yet. I landed like 30 seconds before everyone else at school, and I found a revolver on the roof. That was it. That was it. And lucky enough, that forced me to go across here to the pool area where we found a Kar 98 and an M416, and we're pretty much ready for final circle from there. Helmet to be nice. I've got nothing on the head apart from a bunny hat at the moment, and I'm eyeballing out there. I'm just looking at targets. There is, in fact, someone just there in the windows. What I want to do is make him peek. So I'm actually going to fire a shot off here, and then I see that there's a bot down there anyway, so I think, you know what? Let's kill two birds with one stone and just headshot the bot and see if that can get this guy to have a look out the window and see where I am over this neck of the woods. So we go with the pro lean, eyeball that window, and lo and behold, can't tell you how many times that works. I mean, it shouldn't, hey, but I even fall for it sometimes. You just tap a shot off and people are like, huh, single shot, could have been a bot, let's go and have a look. This is a weirder situation. We go from school to Rojok, which is a pretty standard route for me. And I know that there's a gunfight going on over there. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll tag that bloke. There he is up the top. Excellent. What's he looking at? He must be looking, is he shooting at the blue building? Okay, he's died. Is that the guy? That looks like a bot. I mean, I'll hit it. Is it gonna do bot stuff? Yeah, it's gonna do bot stuff. So that's not the guy, that's a bot. There must be still a guy over there. So I keep my eyeballs on it. Lo and behold, out from behind a UAZ, a couple of minutes later, pops this bloke in his level 3 Spetsnaz helmet and a trench coat. So I'm like, well, let's do the business. And we have a little bit of a sniper war. Now, the reason I wanted to show you this was, watch where I keep my scope. I can't tell you how many times I have lost sniper wars, because what happens is you zoom in on the guy, right? So I know he's there, he's trying to get his lean on, tag him once. And then he moves back the other side, and he's back and back and back. Missed that one, but we're moving around a bit. He's still at the back. Get him again, tag him twice. And then he goes to ground, and we lose sight of him. So what I do is put, for the most part, I move my scope so that it's not covering any particular window, but it's keeping both sides of that house in view. That way, if he drops out of the house and goes to one side or the other, I'm going to catch him doing it. And I won't get hit from a sniper shot from another location while I'm just sitting there absolutely stock still. You'll also note that I'm not stock still. I'm strafing side to side, and sometimes even angling a little bit forward, a little bit backwards, and he then pops on that window. Excellent. So just keeping an eyeball on the window. Is he going to peek again? He is. We tag him again. That's 3 times we've hit him now. I'm just using this structure here on my left to cover off. Again, going for the reload, watching down there, making sure I don't see any little dots going between the houses. Looking at those windows, not stopping until I see a target. Trying to keep the sight on both sides of the house so that I can see the left hand and the right hand side of the house. There he is. I've just spotted him again, that window. And finally we get the headshot. Like 4th time lucky. Dear God, that took forever. We go over there, we loot him, we grab the Dacia down here, and then I'm going to show you another dirty, dirty little trick. This is, I see a bot running across the field, okay? What I'm going to do, rather than shoot the bot, is let the bot go off ahead of me and then pull up behind him and see if there's anyone that starts targeting the bot. And the reason I do that is because people will stop to shoot a bot, and when they stop, I get to headshot them with a Kar 98. Now, it doesn't always work, but it works this time. There's our bot. Let's stop, go run silent. I can see a car just on the other side of that ridge. Did you see it? There was a little car that just angled along there. So I'm going to pull up on top of this ridge, and I'm going to let that car set up to actually hit the bot. Like, people will generally stop to hit a bot. I know I will. Like, it's a frag. Frags are friends. There we are. There's the car, and there's our target. Wait for him to pull up just to shoot the bot. Headshot. Oh, I've done him dirty, as my mate Cleric Dragoon Gaming would say, but I absolutely set that one up to perfection. And then we just have to clear the bot, which is so sad. And I can hear behind me, there is someone on the prowl down here in the sunken city. You're going to see the guy down here in the sunken city actually gives himself away. He's lying down on a roof in the middle of town. If you watch for the flicker of his muzzle, you'll see the flash of the muzzle, and that's what gives him away as to where he is. Just goes to show that sometimes, you know, using a flash hider is very, very important. And you'll see as things flash, it's going to be a little bit of gunfire coming my way. I don't stop moving, never stop moving, never stop moving. If you stop moving, he's waiting for me to stop moving so he can get a free shot. Just saw a little flicker up there on the top. Headshot, thank you very, very much. 009 Minbot. And we're off. Now that's 7 kills. None of this has been close quarters. This has in fact been mostly long bombing, which is fine. I mean, that's where it's at. Now things really start to change tempo. I push up onto this area just outside Pubg. We are creatures of habit as humans, and this is absolutely one of my favorite spots. So I pull up here because it's a great area to overlook and move with the zone. Pull up, no problem, and hello. That's a car. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Go down, get up, get down, get down. Hide, hide, hide. Now he thinks I've ducked off to the left, and I just go quiet, listen for his footsteps, and then strafe down. Thank God he didn't run straight at me, because he definitely had me dead to rights. If I had been just a little bit higher up the mountain, or if he had been standing up there watching when I loaded in with the Dacia, he could have filled me up. So, you know, a little bit of luck, a little bit of love, but we did play that pretty well once we copped an eyeball on the left. Now, this is where a weird part of the game occurs. That's because my wife called me on the phone. I had to stop and just chill out. The biggest issue I have with that is, I mean, I have to turn my sound off. So I basically just go super, super crouchy, crouchy, crawly, crawly. We move on from that, and we loot our mate here. I mean, we're pretty much ready for bear. I mean, this is my ideal loadout to cover off on pretty much all areas. We've got a half grip on our M416. I mean, we've got red dots and everything. We see a target over there, and he just slips away. We miss. Well, it wasn't an easy shot at all. That was a very, very hard shot there. A jumping guy going down below a ridge. So, weren't sure about the levels on the hill there. Couldn't do much. So, there's 12 people left. I've killed 8, and we're just angling for targets, waiting for this zone to come in, seeing if it's going to be friendly, if it's going to be naughty or nice. One of the big parts of the game that people get wrong around this stage is they just go hunting for kills. I've got 9 kills. Most of those are real people, which is grand. But at the same time, I'm always happy to get a guy in a ghillie suit. And I didn't actually get the kill there, you see. So now I heard someone firing. They got the kill. They're definitely down here. And I moved down and start angling for it. Now, they would have heard me, and they would have seen that they didn't actually kill the bloke in the kill spam. So they may well be moving up and angling over here or lying down in the grass. And I just decide that this is an engagement I don't really need. Basically, they're camping inside the zone. I've got a car back here. There's 30 seconds left. If I screw around here for too long, what's going to happen is I'm going to need to actually push through someone that is camping and waiting for me. I'd rather take a move, and you can see right there, he was waiting for me. Gunfire started popping in as soon as I jumped in the UAZ. So in the end, I think that was actually a pretty good decision. And I push over here into Pubg. And this is where the action really gets hot and heavy. There's 8 people left alive, and there are humans all over this joint. You can see footsteps already. I'm being very aggressive here. I can hear footsteps I can hear gunfire coming in. So there's people shooting in through these doorways. There's footsteps above me. The guy's not around the corner. He must be back on the left. He just comes out. We win that one. I can still see footsteps pushing in. I'm going to go hide behind the door. See if the bloke turns up. No sooner have I turned around than there he is. We cleared that one. Wow. And we are reloading and just taking a big deep breath. We might boost up again. Just get ourselves nice and healthy and prep up for the final push. So 8 people are left alive. We've knocked 2 of them. There's 6 left. 5 bad guys and myself. And we've got 11 kills. So there's a possible 5 kills left on the board. I'd like to get as many of them as possible. And to do that, I'm going to be pretty freaking aggressive. And I do go pretty aggressive at the end of games. One of the reasons is if you play enough, you feel confident in yourself in the one-on-ones. At least if you're in good gear, you can turn it into a one-on-one and you can do good things. It doesn't always work. Otherwise, I'd win 100% of the games I'm in. But we do our level best anyway. So I'm going to go and jump in my UAZ. Now, that might seem like an odd decision, but that is a field I do not want to bar off. Running across that field from Pubg is horrible for 2 reasons. One, if people are still in Pubg over camping the zone line, they then get that great feel of, do they shoot you in the back and die to the zone, or do they just nut you as you're running in? Oh, and there's someone straight ahead. So another close quarters engagement. We're not going to shirk this. We're pushing hard. We want to be moving very, very fast, straight through and into the house itself. We've got another kill, 3 more left. Someone else knocked someone out to the south there. We're upstairs, making sure no one's upstairs. Looking on the strafe. Excellent, 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 excellent. And this is where I make a massive, massive, massive error. I hear a pin get pulled on a Gren come in. And I think the Gren is coming through this top window. And it's not. I run into the room down here. And guess where the Gren is? Just on the other edge of the room. And I nearly get wrecked. Oh, this is clutch. This is so clutch. Watch this. I've got to let it go out. I've got to let it go out. Oh, he's seen me. Got a headshot. Got a headshot. Yeah, baby. Oh, my God. That was so close. That strafe absolutely saved my bacon. And having to wait for that heel to kick and hit before he came back in. Like, if he turns left, I am screwed. But he absolutely picked the only position that I could have survived. Turned right, came back out. That extra half second before the heel hit, we start strafing. Wow, 2 more guys to go. We've won 1, 2, 3, 4 really big close quarters encounters. And we're just looking for an easy kill now. Trying to find the angles, looking for someone that's moving into the zone. The zone was absolutely brilliant here. But we worked for it, man. We had to kill 2 really, really up close and personal guys in that final circle here to get here, to own this house, which has ended up being the best residence on the entire map. You never know that when the map starts out that this is going to end up being the creme de la creme of the real estate world. But it indeed is. And we're looking now out, seeing if anyone is in the field. Oh, someone's snaking. When are they going to learn? And he's an Aussie too, you grub. Get up, stand up for your rights, baby. Where's the last one? Just poking, peeking, seeing if anyone's left alive. Oh, someone hit that window just after we jumped out of it. I got a pro lane, we got a level 3 helmet. That sounded like an AK to me. There he is. Oh, we sprayed too much. Should have been 3 short bursts and it would have been 1. But we're not mucking around here, boys and girls. Push, 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 push has been the motto of the day. And it serves us well at the end as we come screaming home with the spinnaker up, a wet sail, and plenty of champagne on the deck. 15 kills, 1,556 damage, 228 health restored in a solo game. Very solid. 99.7, 100, 100, 100, and 99.4 the ratings there. And we just miss out on our second 100 rating game of the young season already. Fantastic stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. A real close quarters hullabaloo at the end there. Make sure you stick around for the content, guys. There is streams, there are games, there are tutorials, guides, deep dives, all kinds of things happening. And if you want to become a patron and join the patron fund, play platoons, play squads, get in the custom rooms, play on a Friday in the patron streams, then it's patreon.com/TheBushka. The link should be up there on the page itself, on the YouTube channel itself. Until next time, guys, look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.